Hi everybody, what's up? We're back in the workshop today. We just launched this guy here, the H500M, and now it's available everywhere. But it's so packed of features that I would like to run through them and maybe teach you something that you have never seen in other reviews. We're going to have a full roundup of this case. I'm going to teach you how to swap the panels and how to use the cable cover system. And this is going to be a very packed video, so I'm going to put timestamps in the description so you can just take the topic that you're most interested into. So if you're ready, let's just roll the intro and then we can start. So if we take a look at the front panel now, there is the mesh pre-installed, and the mesh is like the best option for overclockers and people who want the maximum airflow possible in their system. Of course, we have also this guy here, which is the glass plate, and let me show you how to swap them because it's really easy. Once you remove the front panel, just place it on the table and you see 8 rubberized screws. Just take them out. Once everything is unscrewed, just lift the panel, keeping the mesh in place. Now take your mesh, replace it with the glass, put the panel back on top of it, and just screw it back. Okay, so as you can see now our system is super clean. We can take a look at the 2 big fans, and actually as you can see we got 2 200mm ARGB fans. If you want to know more about ARGB and how it works and what is the difference between normal RGB and addressable RGB, just write me in the comment because this is a very interesting topic and I think that a lot of you guys would like to learn more about it. By the way, the 2 fans are connected to a controller, and if you so desire, you can actually hook up the reset switch connector to the controller and you can use the button in the front to change the pattern and the color of your fans. The controller is located here, behind this cable cover, and this is a very strategic position because, as you may know, with all the fan cables and all the ARGB cables, we always have a mess. So now you can use the lower part of the system to actually cable manage everything and actually achieve a very clean looking back. If you want to replicate this kind of look, all you need to do is cable manage everything, but don't spend too much time on it. Then place the first cover, and with this you can lock everything in place. Then after that you can decide if you want to place the second cover and the third one if you actually use the controller or not. We give the option, so the choice is on you. One thing though that I would like to highlight here is the new peg system that we have introduced with this particular case. The peg system basically allows you to mount the SSD, but in a toolless way. Before, this was the solution that we had on the old MasterCase line. Now everything is toolless. The SSD can just sit and with friction it can hold itself. Actually on the H500M we have in total 6 spots where you can mount your SSDs. 2 of them are here in the back, but let me flip the case and show you the other 4 ones. So now that you can see the internal part, here we find a couple more SSD spots. And actually you can see that there is not only SSD spots on this cable cover, but we have also included some rails for water cooling. And actually here below the GPU there is an anti-sag GPU holder that you can actually remove if you don't use, so you're free to decide, even in this case. And as I said before, we got a couple more extra on the PSU shroud. Now, last but not least, the top panel. This is full tempered glass, and actually you can just remove it by unscrewing the little screw on the back. And just below it we found this very interesting fan bracket. This design allows you to have a very clean looking top, whether you're air cooling, water cooling, or you're not putting any things on top. So now, let's wrap up this video, and I'm sure that you have noticed that I used a lot of ifs during the explanation of the tech inside the H500M. And well, this is the whole point of this case. If you're using water cooling, if you're using air cooling, if you're overclocking, all this covers the modular system inside the case, the beautiful panels. Basically, they sum up in a very simple concept. We want you to be happy with the system that you have now and with the system that you will have in the future, because this case will last for a lot of time. And let's face it, a person that invests into this kind of case won't change it over time very soon. And this is why we want to support every possible upgrade. Now guys, I'm asking you a question because I'm going to cover more cases in the future and probably the products are going to change. If you want to see more about the H500M, like, I don't know, a dedicated video to the controller or a dedicated video on how to water cool the system, let me know down here in the comments. And guys, thanks, because I know it was hard, for putting up with my Italian accent for the whole duration of this video. You guys are the best. And yeah, see you in the next one.